Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm here. We're starting up. Um, just had to share out some links and try to get people excited, let them have an easy access to the stream. And tonight, we're doing day 3 of the free sketching for DragonGuard backers. Any of the DragonGuard backers, you guys, if you go to DragonGuard and you happen to back, tonight we're doing a little bit different because this is for the higher tiers. So if you back us at $60 or more, um, you will get a free sketch of the character of your choice. And I'm just kind of roughing things out here for a sec and just trying to get warmed up because I know we're going to do some sketching tonight. And some people are out. They're probably on the West Coast or getting home, settling in from work and things like that. So we're going to be good. We're going to be good. But in the chat so far, we have Nighthawk Warrior. Hey, how's it going? We have 4 people watching, and we got a two upvotes. So if you're out there, hit those likes for me, please. Migs, what's up? Still at prison work? Yeah. Hey, Migs, how you doing, man? Yeah, we're just getting settled in here. I'm going to warm up the crowd here by sketching your character, and you wanted Elita, right? As I understand. I'll just double check with you before I start. I'm just roughing on a figure. That way we can get rolling. If somebody comes in and buys one, we can kind of keep the party going. But for the most part, we're going to start with, oh, hey, Humphrey Bear. Glad to see you in here. Thank you. So what I was telling everybody, here we got just a couple of rules set down for the free sketches, okay? If you're watching, here's the deal. If you go to the link, it's in the description. We have DragonGuard, my comic, a fantasy-based comic. It's in the vein of a lot of your 80s cartoons that you loved growing up. And if you didn't grow up with them, you at least seen them. You've seen them on TV. You've seen them advertised on the net, subject of videos and funny GIFs or GIFs and everything else. But, if you loved He-Man, Thundercats, Sectars, Visionaries was another great one. Conan. If you like Battle Chasers, if you liked the heyday of Image where, the pencilers were busting out some bad artwork and, you had Jim Lee, you had Dale Keown, you had Will Sprotasio, Mark Silvestri, Tom McFarlane. You had everybody making excitement and stuff in the early 90s. And if you like those type of books, that's what I'm going to do with this. Imagine like a He-Man book or a Thundercats book with Jim Lee in his heyday. That's what we're going for. That's the goal. That's the intent here. So anyway, if you go in back DragonGuard, you do any of the higher tiers higher than $60. You come back here, give me your backer number, and then you get a free sketch live, and I will try to meet the demands. Now, I have 2 pads. One is almost done. I guess I got like 5 pages out, and then I've got another pad with 15 pages in it. So I'm going to go as long as the pads run, until they run out, or it just gets so late that I can't function because I'm on the East Coast. So it's like 9:30 here. So all you have to do is come back with your backer number, let me know, say, hey, Kev, here it is. Let me look it up. And then you tell me whatever character you want. Okay. I have to go, sadly, but I'll be back in 30 minutes when I'm off. Okay, cool. See you, brother. All right, there was Miggs. Miggs is an awesome, loyal fan, and he supports the community a lot, and Miggs is just great. He can't say enough nice things about Miggs. He's a good guy. And we have Nighthawk Warrior who's in here, Humphrey Bear. So we're going to be running the show here. I'm sure some of my mods will come in when they get a chance to. And then there's my camera doing that funky thing again. Okay. This is going to be interesting because it did it last night, and I apologize. All right. I really don't want to have to restart this and send the link out again. Let's see. Let's see if we can get the camera to focus. Maybe we can get that to behave for us. Oh, behave. Let's see. Yeah, it's not wanting to focus. It's a brand new camera for everybody out there, so we're just having some kind of connection issue with it or something that I can't seem to get taken care of. All right, now it's starting to try to focus. Okay, let's see if it does it. If it's like last night, and we have a problem, if it's like last night, I'll restart the stream. We'll come right back. I'll do another stream. All right, we're focusing right now, so let's hope we can keep that going. All right, so for the first one, Migs wanted the character Elita, who is the female protagonist in DragonGuard. I don't want to give away too much. She appears later in the story, and if I give too much away, it will kind of spoil her part of the book. But she's a warrior babe, and hopefully you guys will like the character a lot. I tend to like the more athletic, stronger characters, kind of the stronger female characters, but in a different sense. Not the, hey, I've got to overcompensate and make sure the girl power is represented. Not in that way, just the general idea of an archetype of a stronger woman character, a warrior, in that sense. I don't want to beat you over the head with any of that kind of stuff, so I won't. And that's my point with doing the book. I got a little irritated with some of the stuff that was going on with, the direction of some of the Marvel books. Well, just general comics, not just Marvel. I don't want to single them out, but just generally the tone and the messages being put in, the kind of the political overtones in recent comics, and it's not really something I was a big fan of. Whoa. Zach Bradley, my head feels beaten. What's up? Oh yeah, focus. Exactly. Well, hopefully it's doing okay now. If it starts to focus, I'm not paying much attention to the camera right at the moment, but I think I got it to where it's properly focused now. I'm going to move my camera or my computer real quick. So here we are. We're doing live sketching. I'm going to try to get this to show up well. And here we go. Alrighty. So you're seeing it. I'll be throwing inks on this in just a second. You'll be able to see it a little bit better. I know it's not terribly clear. It'll be a lot clearer when I start throwing down inks and stuff. So again, for everybody just tuning in, we have 5 people, 5 likes. That's awesome. Thank you guys. Everybody in here, thank you. What we're doing is for everybody that backs over a certain level in the perks, above $60, will automatically, if you come here, give me your backer number, let me know what you picked up. I will put you in queue, first come, first served, for sketch. So you get a free sketch, and the only rules are it's whatever characters you want, just one character, not a couple unless you're willing to pay for it. One character, any of your choice, and first come, first serve. If you're here and you're letting me know, then you get in the order that they're taken. Now, a couple of people like Mark Anthony and Miggs were very patient people. They wanted to see some of the other people get theirs first, and they hung out in the live stream and all that good stuff. They've been waiting, so I'm going to be throwing down some. The first sketches will be them just to sort of warm up everybody and wait for the new backers to come in. All right, we have Charlie Chase. Hey, Charlie, how you doing, man? If that's the Charlie Chase I'm thinking of, I know you from our Tennessee shows. Am I right? I hope. And hope you're doing well, brother. All right. So that's where we're at. We're going to be sketching live. We're doing it live, as Bill O'Reilly would say. So here we go. You're going to see these are quickie sketches, I know, but you get them for free. The only other side note, and it's not something I demand. When I tell you they're free, they're free. But if you happen to live in California, or you happen to be somebody from, or out west, I'm in Virginia, so I'm out towards east. My only caveat or ask is that if you feel like you want to throw in just a little bit for shipping, since they are free pieces, because I have to buy Mylars and protective stuff to mail them. If you want to chip in just a little bit for shipping, you think you can help out, that's cool. It's all out of pocket for me, especially until, the Indiegogo is done and we see where we're at. And, while I'm doing the Indiegogo, I'm not getting paid. Once we get past the costs, which is what you see in the stretch goal, then I can start getting, after a certain point, I can actually pay myself to do the artwork. So that's where we're at, just to give you a little aside. So all the sketches are free. We want you to have fun. I want to reward you for supporting me. And if you can enjoy the stream, watch a little art, have any questions, especially if you have any drawing questions, feel free to ask me. Cool. I'm glad you came in to see me then, dude. Thank you for watching the stream, man. That's a huge thank you for that. The campaign just launched. I don't know if you got the email, but we sent out some emails to let everybody know. And the campaign just launched. And you got we just started, and we're about, what was it, a day and a half so far? Over a day and a half, just slightly going on 2 days. And we're halfway funded, which is great. I'm ecstatic that, we're getting there, and then we're doing it quickly. And anyway, that's where we're at. And what I'm going to do is slightly, what I'm doing right now, in case you're wondering, is like, oh, no, don't, why are you erasing all the pencils? I'm just lightening it up, so when I go into ink, it's light enough that I can see. But when I go into ink, I'll be able to not have a bazillion different lines kind of crowding me out and making it harder for me to draw what I'm drawing. There we go. So here we are. We got 4 people in right now. We have 7 thumbs up, so that's cool. I'm not sure why it will drop down to 4, but we'll hang in there. Hopefully we'll entertain you. If it did, cool, man. You did get the email. That's all I wanted to just make sure, because when we sent it out, the first time we sent it, we had a hiccup in the address. There was a space in there, and they kind of bounced the emails or whatever. And then we fixed it, and I just wanted to confirm that you guys did. Everybody was getting the emails that could. And dude, just like I tell everybody that's been in here the last couple of nights, I thank you for your support, Charlie. You don't have to do this, and the fact that you're interested and you like the artwork and you want to come in, I appreciate it, bud. Want to give you a really cool looking book. If you hold on just for a second, Charlie, since you're new, I'll be right back. I'm going to show you a little bit of art. I forgot to bring it in here with me, but I'll show you a little bit of art from the book. Alrighty, enough with the dead air. The camera's still focused, so that's great. All right, here we go. Hey, Charlie, since you're in here, here is the cover. You get a nice, good close-up of the pencils. I'll try to show this really slowly. Okay. There you go. So there's the cover, and let's go over here. Here's a page, the next to last page that I'm working on. I jumped around because I had a specific scene in mind and how the scene played out, and I wanted to get it down. Plus, I wanted to do a little bit of inking as well. So as you can see, it's a little rougher in places, just marking out where I needed to do the storytelling. But let me zoom in here. There's some of the inking on it. Been a little crazy with the campaign the last couple of days. So tomorrow I have to get back on actually doing some inks and penciling and all that good stuff. Plus tomorrow I will be appearing, that's the plan anyway, on Antonio Bryce's channel. We'll be talking, shooting a breeze, talking about DragonGuard a little bit, having him talk to me. I've known Antonio a little bit from last year. He kind of set me on the path here with a lot of these guys. I'll get that to focus again. There we go. So you guys can see that. Alrighty. Here's the villain's cover for everybody out there in TV land. So let me see if I can get up in there. There you go. And then here we go. We have the character's name. We have the lady is Felina the Fairy Witch. The main villain, Cryptogore, the guy with the two sides there. And the headdress and all that good stuff. Then we have Manator, the big bull guy in the back. So you get a little close up. I'm still working on names for a couple of these characters just because it's got to be right. I look at them and I want to make sure it's something really cool and maybe slightly cheesy. You know, that's how things are a little bit. You know, we're back in the old 80s cartoons and stuff. You got a little play on words and things like that. So There we have our moderator, Captain Hiltz. Hey, how you doing, man? Glad you're in here. All right. And then the king, King Harastes. There's a panel right here that I'm drawing, light boxing. Another character in the book. And then there's going to be some guards around, and my friend Tyler is going to be in here. But anyway, it's sort of the bare bones there. But we're going to get back to this, and I'm going to start inking. I'm going to fix the shoulder pads on Elita real quick. But not to be confused with Battle Angel Alita. This is with an E. So it's, you know, it sounds similar, but it's spelled different. Her original name I had in the script was Zalara, with a Z, Zalara. And I can't say my C's very well right now. So, here we go. Tightening up the sketch a little bit before I start inking, but we're about ready. I fixed a couple of little things that were messed up. Okay. And here we go. Time to start inking this so I can get down to the nitty gritty. So 7 people in here tonight, and a thumbs up, 9 thumbs up. That's great. I'm glad to see you guys are in here. What we're going to do is, for those who don't know, when you come in, here's the deal. I've been sharing, what's going on with this nib? I've been sharing a link on Twitter and Facebook to the DragonGuard Indiegogo, which is launched the other day. We're into our second, well, in a couple hours we'll be into our second day, and we're about halfway funded, just over halfway funded. 60-day campaign. And what we're doing for the fans, for everybody who's in here, the last couple of days I've been giving away free sketches, like you see right here, this size. All of these will be free, and they'll be shipped out to you. And all you have to do is, for tonight, each night's the rules were a little different, but for tonight the rule is basically this: if you back above a certain level, the $60 tier, then you're eligible to get a free sketch tonight. And then all you have to do is come in, let me know what your backer number in the chat is. That will tell me what you back so I can verify it. And then once we verify it, then you're in line, first come, first served, for one of the sketches as long as I can draw it tonight. We're going to rock and roll, especially for the people on the East Coast. We're going to be rocking and rolling for quite a while. And all we have to do is just let me know what you want. And it's any character you want. It doesn't have to be DragonGuard. I know you guys are new to it, so you're just learning all about these characters. But if you happen to see the artwork on the Indiegogo, and you go, man, those are cool, I will definitely draw them for you. And in doing so, if by chance you want another character, whether it's Wolverine, whether it's Superman, whether it's Judge Dredd, or whatever it may be, you're welcome to let me know. I will draw those characters as well. So any character you want, okay? We'll try to stray away from maybe nudity, things like that. But otherwise, it's kind of it doesn't matter. It can be a little risque, but no nudity, no gore if we can help it, and everything else is fair game. Okay. Now, if you come in and you want me to draw an original character, that's the only thing I won't do. Is no original characters that have not been published. Some people try to use things like this as a loophole. In case you don't know, they use things like this as a chance to snag a free pin up or cover image or something, scan it at a high res, and then get it colored and all that good stuff. So we'll just keep it at that. That's really the only limitation. No original characters for your book that you're doing or something like that. And if you're cool with that, then otherwise we're good. So come in, let me know. And here we go. You're checking it out. We're doing this live. We get you an idea. Oh, cool. Just got done backing. Oh, thanks, Charlie, man. Awesome, dude. Your backing number is 94. Let me go check it in real quick. Oh, wow. 2 new contributions. Sweet. All right, Charlie. All right, dude. Guaranteed to sketch, brother. All right, it's great, man. We're getting some responses and we're rolling. I'm enjoying it. So we're got 6 people watching right at the moment. We got thumbs up from 9 people. Now we're at 7 people watching. That's cool. Let's get some more people in here. If you can take it upon yourself, like and share the stream. Just let people know, and it will help me so that I don't have to do it while I'm drawing. I've already shared it out though. So let's hope we get a little response here. So you guys get to see these sketches live, and we can kind of just enjoy making some art here and getting you guys to check out DragonGuard. All right. Let's see, and I'm going to check in on Twitter real quick just to see if I got some engagement going on. Alrighty. Back to the sketch. All right, so we got Captain Hills. Awesome, Charlie Chase. Thanks for backing. Absolutely, I agree with that. Andrew J. Hey, Andrew J. I want another one. Complete the hat trick. Oh, cool, Andrew J. Awesome, brother. And here's the thing, and I'll just say this. You guys know I've said this in the other streams, the ones that have been here with me, like Andrew J, Captain Hiltz, Nighthawk Warrior stuff. Here's what I'm gonna tell you. I know. I want to thank you guys because, especially with everything that's going on, and you know what we're talking about, with all the things about the virus and stuff. You guys don't have to spend your money. And yet you choose to use it on me and my campaigns, and all I can do is thank you, and to let you know, as somebody who wants this to be a success, I want it to rock, but I don't want you guys to put yourself out because of it. We don't know how all this stuff is going to shake out. The reason I'm launching DragonGuard is I have faith, or personally, I think I have to believe that we're going to pull out of this all really good, and we'll get back to normal and everything will be awesome once again. And I was stuck because I was going to launch in late February, and then I pushed it back, and then I pushed it back to the 28th. And then I was like, if I push this back any further, it will, one thing you always worry about is, consumer confidence, whether or not, somebody will look at what you're doing and say, hey, you don't have a lot of confidence in your product and things like that. And so I have to believe that we've got a nice, I know we have a nice look from what we have here from my colorist, Alonzo Espinoza. I think we've got a really great looking book. And the question is with all these outside influences, these outside problems, uh, can we stand out and can we make it something that we can keep on and give people something really cool to think about and take their minds off of what's going on with the virus? So I'm rolling the dice. I'm believing in people rather than thinking the worst that could happen. But I don't want you, I'll say it as a disclaimer, I don't want you guys going in the hole, or you shouldn't have to, you don't get to where you put yourself in a spot. Does that make sense? I hope it does. Because whether or not I produce the book, I still care about the people that come here, check my artwork out and stuff, and you guys come first, but I want it to be a success. And if I waited, some people are saying, hey, it's still not going to be resolved until we have a vaccine or a cure or whatever it may be, and it won't be resolved until later in the year. Well, if I push the book off even later, and what happens, some people are saying that maybe possibly, it could get worse later in the year. And if that was the case, there's some people, there's always the doom and gloomers. So what do I do? Do I just wait until next year? That would kind of crush me because I'm, I, like a lot of people, don't have a lot of work coming in right now. So do I wait? And so that was the struggle I was dealing with the book, is how can I make this a success? Is there a time window that I have before there's no guarantee I'll even be able to make a dime on it? Some people are doing just fine right now with their Indiegogo successes. So the question is can I give you some entertainment value? Can I give you some bang for your buck, And I hope to bring you one of the best looking books you'll ever have in your hands. I hope. That's the goal, And if it sounds a little arrogant, we all get a little arrogant sometimes in life. Either it's warranted or it's not, So, all right. Charlie Chase, Judge Dredd sketch for sure. All right, man. That's cool. I've been I don't know what it is. I've been itching for a chance to draw Dredd. So I tell you what, I'm going to switch over from Miggs' sketch, just because Miggs is out. He's getting off of work, and he's going to, I'm imagining he's going to be running home, and when he comes back in, I'll show him where I've gotten, how far I've gotten on his sketch. But we'll go to Charlie, since Charlie jumped in there, and he's a heavy hitter there jumping in. And for everybody who's here, I got 12 likes. All right, that's great, man. Good seeing people here. Okay, all right. So for everybody that is new here, we're doing a live stream of me sketching. Whoops. These are free sketches, 6x8. Andrew J, backer number 95. Andrew J, dude, thank you. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you want to ruin my evening, don't you, dude? Don't you? Can you please draw a Nancy Pelosi after Jazzercise for me? Oh, dude, really? Like the whole leotard and the headband and wrist warmers and leg warmers and yeah. Joke. Can you please do a Scarlet from G.I. Joe? Yeah, I can do that too, dude. Absolutely. All right. And as with everybody, I'm going to write down your name, Charlie, so I have who needs it or who gets it. Okay. All right. And he wanted Dredd. Okay. And just because I don't have Dredd in front of me, I'm going to look up just a little reference picture. Let's see what we got here. Andrew J. And I got a comment from Adam Lawson, who was really cool. All right, Adam Lawson. Okay, good, good. All right, now let's see. So everybody that's in here tonight, if you're watching, we're at 7 viewers. We have 12 thumbs up. I guess there's people ducking in and out for the stream. All right, here's the rules. The last couple of nights were about kind of, you know, hey, we're going to give you, whoever comes in and backs, we're going to give you first come first serve a sketch, and it's pretty much the same way here. Only tonight, because we want to encourage a little bit more higher tiers, and we want to push this book into production. I'm going to ask for tonight that the rules are, if you back, you have to back $60 or above. Come in, show me your backer number, and you will get a free head and bust sketch of any character you want, as long as supplies last. I've got 5 pages here left on the sketchbook, and then I have another sketchbook with like 15 pages in it or something like that. So as long as we're here, and then if you back above the $60 limit or whatever, you get a free sketch. You just have to tell me your backer number, and then we'll go from there. It's that easy. All you have to do is come in, you get your free sketch, any character you want. All right, let's see. Looking up Judge Dredd. So, just a quick question, Charlie. You just want the comic Judge Dredd, or would you like the first movie or the second movie, or just the comic version? Either way, just let me know. I'd like to clarify before I start drawing. Sometimes there's costumes. People want specific costumes, and I usually try to make people happy and give them what they want. So it's totally up to you. All right. Let's see. All right, dealer's choice. Okay. All right, we'll go with the comic one. We'll get it classic, or I love that big, huge honking eagle on the shoulder. And so these are head and shoulder bust sketches, and they're for my backers. And all you have to do is show me a backer number. Let me know so I can double check it, and then you guys can give me, whether it's message me in their Facebook, KevHulk73, or excuse me, Art of Kevin Sharp on Facebook, or Kevin Sharp Art. I'm getting a little bit frazzled. And then KevHulk73 on Twitter. And all you have to do is hit me up, and let me know your address if you can. So that I can send these out to you. And the only caveat, and it's not even that, look, these are free, and I'm not gonna renege on that. So you just I was just gonna say that sometimes, you know, with the shipping, you know, if we're gonna ship to California or something like that, or like foreign, or, you know, countries like let's say Canada, we'll cut it off at Canada. You know, if I'm going to send something to Canada, the shipping is expensive. It's like $20 or so, at least for small items. And so, if you can shoot me, you know, if you decide to be gracious enough to shoot me a little bit for shipping, I would appreciate it. And that's the only thing I ask. Everything else, it's free. You're good, and we'll go from there. All right. So we got Judge Dredd. Alrighty. So hopefully everybody's doing well out there. Everybody is healthy and have not yet encountered any kind of grave situations, health situations. And we're all doing good. We're staying mentally fit and not going stir crazy from being quarantined. And I'm having a good time here being on the stream. All right, let's see. We got Dread. Boom, 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 boom. Just make sure I get his helmet right. And in the link, by the way, if you're out there, in the link or in the description is the link for DragonGuard on the Indiegogo plus my PayPal. So yeah, if you do decide to chip in something, you can put your address, and I'll write your name on here. But it'll help if you did by chance pay for any kind of shipping. If you put it in the description when you pay for it, that would be a huge help. Just to make sure. I've gotten some people that tried to do that and then don't put their character, or they don't put their address in there. It makes it a little harder, but that's okay. We still can get it done, and that's what we're here for. But tonight, it's a thank you to everybody that's chipping in and throwing in for a book, a great book that you're going to get a good, quality product, and I'm going to do my best to make it an exciting book that back in the days when we were going to comic shops and Image was there and you were excited about getting a copy of some new book that was coming out, and and some of the other books like Battle Chasers and Wildcats and I don't know, Spawn, just so many good ones, Pit, and you were excited to see those and you wanted to spend your money on that stuff, and I want to hopefully put that kind of quality and that kind of drawings, the attention, the details, I'm not sure exactly what to call it, just the kinetic energy of it all and the excitement of it, I know I don't sound super exciting right now. I was up to 4 a couple of nights in a row, and I haven't had a lot of sleep in the last couple of days. So if I'm sounding just a little rundown, it's just because my sleep schedule is a little bit off. Had a lot of things going on. I lost my sleep schedule kind of got off course right around the same time I lost my pet Scout. It's a mini macaw parrot, yellow mini macaw parrot, back on, I guess it was Thursday, I want to say. Yeah. And so I've just been a little bit all over the place, scatterbrained, trying to get oh man, I had a hell of a time over the weekend when I was launching on Saturday on trying to launch the Indiegogo. I was having some problems with the formatting of the files to get them right for Indiegogo, and so that they'd post properly, and try to set the files right for the perks and things like that, get them the right size and stuff. And I kept racking my brains over because I was having a problem with the program called GIMP. It kept shutting down on me. Like, it would only work, if I go to prep a file and scan it and then put it in GIMP and resize it and all that good stuff, it would only work once, and then I would have to shut down the program, restart the program, and then go again. And I had to do that for every little graphics file, and it was mind-bogglingly annoying because here I was supposed to be setting up the Indiegogo and having it ready to go, and I still hadn't dropped those files in because I'd gotten the bare bones of what I wanted to accomplish with the Indiegogo, but the files were not working. I didn't know I had the wrong size files and stuff. I wasn't paying enough attention to and that's on my fault. I wasn't paying enough attention to the sizes that they recommended, you know, and I just had a lot of boomer problems. That's me. All right, Captain Hills, rock on. 92 backers. Oh, we crossed the 7,500 mark. Okay, cool. All right, everybody, let's get to 100 backers. That's awesome. 92 backers. Let's see. Andrew J. Captain Hills. Okay, 95 and 96. I cleared the $60. Oh, thank you, Andrew J. Oh lordy. Oh, okay. Oh, I understand. I understand what you're saying. Well, I was gonna, I was gonna work with you if I needed to, because you've already bought some before. That was a great thing on your part. I didn't want to bend the rules or break the rules, but I didn't, dude, you've been absolutely awesome, man. I mean, what am I supposed to say to that, Okay. The hard part will probably be just this little eagle medallion right here, because it's a lot of little small details in here, like his name. Let's see if we can do this. Yeah, we'll get it when we get there. Okay, and then the chain. So this might one take me. This one will take me maybe a little longer than the others. So everybody, hold on just for a second, just because there's some smaller, finer details. It just happens. Sometimes you get that. Okay. All right, we got 10 people in here watching, 12 people. Of course, I'm the difficult one. Only just mildly, there's a lot of great details. I've never drawn Dread before, so I have to force myself to, get used to the details on them, and it's okay. I wanted to draw them. I've actually said something about throwing them out there, as an example. So I am happy, man. It's nice to draw some things that you've never drawn before. See how you'd handle it. All right. Let's go see if my pins will work. Having a little trouble with a couple of these pins, but yeah, look at that. The nibs bending. I don't know if you guys can see it, but right here, it may not show. It might be too close, but the nib is just bending. I'm a little hard on my supplies sometimes. Yeah, see, that just it bent sideways as I'm trying to ink. Yep. Destroyed this pen. Shoot. Okay, go on to another. I think I had some number twos. Are they in here? No, that's not a number two. Yeah, that's a number two. Let's hope that one works. All right. Yeah, here we go. Ready. Now we're going. So, let's see. Miggs is back. All right. Hey, Miggs. Captain Hill. Kevin Bircher sketch. Nah. Hey, Miggs. I'm gonna because we were having other people coming in. You ducked out. I started your Elita sketch. Let me see if I can get this down in here. Okay, I started your Elita sketch, and we'll wrap it up here in just a little bit. I just want to make sure you checked it out. So we're getting you in here. We're just grabbing a couple of people like Charlie here, who just backed. And thank you again, Andrew J. That's just awesome that you were kind enough to go ahead and do that. I will reward you on the page, as they say. And see if I can make it really super spiffy for you. And if you're just coming in, We're doing a live drawing giveaway stream where I'm sketching. You guys are watching, and if you're so inclined and you like fantasy comic books and you want really cool stuff and hopefully really badass artwork, at least I hope you think so. I know I'm trying to make it look awesome. I know that I am probably doing the best work of my career on these pages, and I want to share that with you. So if you want to back DragonGuard and you back at a tier higher than $60, then you can come in here, give me your backer information, and you will get a free sketch of your choice while supplies last. That means one of two things. Either one, I've got the sketches, I got the sketch paper to last. I've got 5 sheets here. I'll show you guys. Maybe the camera will catch it. But I got 5 sheets here. They're all bound up, and it's not going to get that fine a detail, I guess. But anyway, I've got 5 sheets here, and then another pad with 10 or 15 pages in it too. So I got plenty to last for right now, and I'll sketch until I run out of paper, or if it just gets too late and I'm dog tired, in which case I will make it up to you. I'll write your names, whoever's in here, I'll write your names down, and we'll get it done for you at another time, like the next day, something like that. The only other delay or other thing you have to remember is that I have to order some Mylar's protectors for these things, so that when I ship them, they don't get destroyed. Somebody doesn't, bend them up and crinkle them, crinkle the paper, and it just looks terrible. So other than that, if you can wait a couple of days or so, a week, so that I can get these out there to mail them to you. Why a week, you say? Well, it obviously had to order the Mylars and then to ship them to me, and then turn around and ship them. It might take a little bit. But you're getting a free sketch. Give me your backer info in the chat. The link is in the description there, so you can go right to the Indiegogo. My PayPal's in there in case you want to chip in just a little bit for shipping. You get the sketches for free, and if you can help me out with the shipping, even better. But you don't have to. The operative word is free, so that's what I'm here for. I want to thank you guys for coming in here. I wanted to thank you guys for being there for me and backing the book. And there's a couple other things going on also. Joshua Gilliland. Hey, hi all. Dang, I'm late. Oh, nice. You're fine, man. You're fine, Joshua. We're going to be here for a little while. And Joshua, I can't remember what sketch did I get for you, buddy? Let's see. This the recent Dread movie version? No, I'm actually doing I guess the most current comic version of him, Migs. That's the plan, anyway. Yeah, I just need to find my brush pens, and then we'll go. We got another set of pens. Went out and bought all this stuff Sunday for the show. Another pad, yay! Signing pens, yay! Emoji brush pens and more pens. Pens galore. All right. So here we go. We're gonna throw down a little bit of the blacks. That helps make the process go a little faster. All righty. Dread, I have no knowledge of other than the Stallone movie. That's okay. That's how I was originally too. So um, that is awesome. I like, I liked it for what it was. Obviously it had its problems, but I liked it for what it was. I liked a lot of the production of it. Some of the production, like the set design and things like that, and some of the costumes and whatnot. It's really weird because a lot of the set design and costumes felt like Demolition Man, and since they were so close together, it felt like there was kind of like a similar thing going on there. Um, all right. And then the other one I have is for Andrew J. He wanted a Scarlet from G.I. Joe, which I will definitely get to. So if you can share, like, send the word out for Dragon Guard, the Indiegogo, and let everybody know what's going on. If you have friends that I can't reach while I'm drawing here. Um, and I'm taking a quick look. All right, we're at 75.21. We're doing good. Well, let's get that up there going. Hopefully, it'd be nice maybe to cross the 8,000 threshold real quick tonight. That would be awesome. Don't know, but we're going to give it a good try. We're going to let everybody know. We're going to hang in here, let everybody see the fun of getting your own sketches. These are free sketches. All right. Send out the DragonGuard signal. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. Yep, you had the Beast Man. Yep. We worked on that last night. Cool. And if you guys weren't here before, the poor Joshua had to hear me mangle his name several times last night. So I apologize to him again profusely. All right. Boom, bam, bam. Let's get that other emoji brush out here. It's a little thick. So we can get some quality brush lines. All right. Must be something in the office. My throat gets really dry in here in the office. I know my medicine has some effect on that. But notice that when I do the live streams in the office here, it tends to get me a little choked up. And not in a warm and fuzzy way. Um, so if you catch me sipping and making these sipping noises on my drink here, my water, just understand that just having problems. And let's see, we got 11 people in, then 13 thumbs up. So we got a few more people coming in. That's good. And let's see. Here we go. We're checking on DragonGuard again. All right. Okay. Here we go. Bam. Shoulder pauldron kind of deal. The eagle. Part of the eagle's belly runs off the page, so we're just going to imply where it's at. Saw today that people were sending around or sharing a on Twitter. We're sharing a little, one of those things where people say, "Oh, what's your 5 favorite so and so's and this and that," and tag so and so in the answer and tag 6 friends or something like that. I didn't answer that, but figured to go on there. So you guys, if you want, in the chat, let me know, let's say your 5 favorite movies. I'll start off everything. Let's see. Halfway to 8,000. Yeah, getting close to 100 backers as well. Sweet. Yeah. Definitely want to drive that backer count out. That's the hardest part so far, is just reaching a lot of people. And I need to put some on Instagram too. It's harder the way Instagram's set up. It's harder for me to kind of get that. I've got like 1,700 subscribers on or followers on my Instagram, but I don't see a lot of bleed over from that to my YouTube or to my Twitter or what we're doing here, and I want to make sure that I can try to reach those people. So it's been a little tough. 5 favorite movies though. Let's start up here. I'll start with me. My top 5 favorite movies. No particular order because I can't think of it like that. Let me see. Tombstone, Val Kilmer, Kurt Russell. Sam Elliott. Love that movie. Let's see. What are the ones that I could watch? Crimson Tide almost all day long. Gene Hackman, Denzel Washington. That particular movie. That was the movie where I was like, I don't know. I guess growing up, I wasn't really knowledgeable on a lot of Denzel stuff. I was kind of like I still am. I'm somebody who just kind of chills out on a lot of lighthearted stuff, and I hadn't really seen a lot of Denzel stuff. And I saw Crimson Tide, and I was floored. He and Gene Hackman were freaking awesome in that movie. There's so many intense scenes in that. So yeah, Crimson Tide. I'd recommend that just for fun, just watching these people play off each other. Script was written, or either script doctored, or you was straight out written by Quentin Tarantino. I didn't know that originally. It's worth your time. It's a fun movie. I imagine if you're, naval, military, or whatever, maybe there's some glaring errors in that or whatever. But as far as two actors just going at it and stuff, you couldn't get a, oh man, just so much good stuff. You could watch that movie and quote it. A lot of my movies were, the movies I like are like that. So I have Crimson Tide, I have Tombstone. Let's see. Batman '89 always sticks in my head. I know it drives people like Mike a little crazy, but um, I love the movie. That was a Batman movie to me. That felt like Batman's world. It was grimy, nasty. The set design was just really cool, and you could believe that Batman existed in that world. I don't know how. You know, Christopher Nolan's was really good too. I like Batman Begins. That one was one of my favorites, and Dark Knight is a good one too. But Batman '89 was my first comic movie that I kind of got on the ground floor. Like Superman the movie was a little bit ahead of my time. Batman '89 was where I actually went into the theater and went to see it, and just it was one of those things as a teenager you're just like immersed into the experience, and that's how I felt about it. There were so many people watching that movie 8 or 9 times, so that was an important movie for me. So we have Batman '89, we have Crimson Tide, we have Tombstone, Avengers. Okay, this will probably be a controversial one for some people out there. um, yeah, Migs, right on, man. Avengers. I absolutely dig that movie. To me, you can't get, as far as a superhero movie, you can't get better than as far as that feeling of getting a comic book right. You can't do much better than the first Avengers. That's not saying Infinity War wasn't just mind blowing, but the reason I really like Avengers, I know in a lot of things, Joss Whedon's a douchebag, and just kind of if he would shut up, it's probably one of the best things he could do for himself. But as far as a writer goes, Joss knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing with those characters. Some people were criticizing, oh, the cinematography looks like a TV show, and I didn't get that. I got that it was a little flat, but I didn't get that, it felt like a TV show. Maybe other people's got that. I just didn't. Sitting there watching it. But Avengers was just brilliant. Everything, if you wanted a comic book, a movie that felt like a comic, this felt like, Chris Claremont and John Byrne's run on X-Men, where, the characters felt real because they were, personality conflicts and clashes and things like that. And it felt like that. Cap felt like, it was one of those few times where it felt like Joss Whedon said, okay, I'm going to push the political crap aside, and I love these characters, and let me just write a cool Avengers movie. And in fact, he did a few interviews where he said people were asking him about, I guess, the deconstruction of a superhero movie, sort of like in the vein of when is the movie equivalent of like Dark Knight Returns going to come around, where the genre becomes more realistic and more darker, and and all these things. And Joss says, Joss said, in the interview, he's just like, hey, man, I haven't even begun to construct it yet. Give me a chance to construct. Don't get too far ahead of yourselves. And that's what Avengers felt like. There was with the scenes, with Hulk. I had no clue he was going to do that good a job with the Hulk. It felt legit. It felt like he liked the character. I mean, the problem with a lot of movies up until the Marvel movies was it felt phony that people said they loved these characters when they were growing up and things like that. And it felt right when you watch some of the stuff. Some of it's a little heavy handed, like the stuff calling the Hulk the other guy and this and that. It was a little heavy handed in some spots, But when it came to actually doing the character, Banner interacting with Tony, those things felt right on the money. So he can do a good job when he wants to. When he's excited, you can tell that he's enjoying writing a character. And I get that he's not really the greatest human as far as having some personal issues himself. Um, but when it comes to writing some characters, man, when he's on, he's on. That scene where they're arguing with the scepter, and you kind of, everybody's kind of taking turns, taking swipes at each other, and then you feel like something isn't quite right in the scene, and then the camera flips upside down over top the scepter. Those little things are really fun, and it shows he's thinking about it. Maybe they aren't the best executed all the time, but he's thinking, and he's really trying to give you an experience. The scene in the woods with Thor and Iron Man, just awesome. That's a comic book movie. And for the fifth one, I'm usually not somebody who's like, vulgar for vulgar's sake. I don't really like a lot of. Junkyard Dun's dropping in. Hey. Only if you back today or if you back on day one. Junkyard Dun, yes, the sketches are for tonight. We had 3 days of doing it. Man, I'm sorry that you didn't find out about it. I had been sharing it, so if you hadn't gotten the email on it or gotten the tweets on it or anything like that, or it hadn't been shared, I'm sorry about that, man. But yeah, the free sketches are here as follows. If you back above the $60 tier, you will get a free sketch. All you have to do is just let me know your backer number, and then you'll get a free sketch of any character of your choice. Right now I'm doing Judge Dredd, and you have to get in queue, so it might be a little bit not too long. I think I've got let me see, I'm working on Migs. Migs was still at work, so I was working on Migs. That's Elita from my book DragonGuard. She's the main protagonist, hero, female character. And yeah, exactly. Just tell me your backer number, and you go do that and come back, and you will be in queue for a sketch. And so I'm doing Charlie's Judge Dredd right now, and we're almost there wrapping up his Judge Dredd. We're getting in here, doing some of the details here with Judge Dredd. We get that chain and then the medallion, his shield that's on there. But yeah, and then I guess the last movie that I guess I would call of my five big time favorite movies that isn't like a Christmas movie or something like that. Because if I had said Christmas movie, I would say with the one of the movies that I can watch anytime, even when it's not Christmas, is the George C. Scott version of A Christmas Carol. I think the acting in that is just phenomenal. But anyway, going back, the fifth and final movie, I would have to say Pulp Fiction. And I despised it when it came out, and then I went back and watched it later and really took it in. It became a favorite of mine. So there you go. Those were at least 5 movies. You have Pulp Fiction, Batman '89, the first Avengers movie, Tombstone, and Pulp Fiction. Okay. So those were the 5 my favorite movies that I would say in my collection. Those were the ones that are the biggest movies that have kind of had an impact on me. Okay. So there we go. We started that little conversation from a thread on Twitter earlier today where people were passing it around, and I figured I'd just make it a topic conversation. All right, let's see. Junkyard done. Excellent. I'm backer 34. All right. That's an awesome bonus for, yeah, I'm trying to get everybody excited. I want everybody to be, really happy to jump in there and to check it out. Um, Captain Hills, thank you, brother. Thank you for the kind words, man. Um, but yeah, it's all I have to do is go in and check it. Um, let me see. I'll just do that real quick, and it's like I tell that to everybody. Um, let's see. And it's showing up. I've got Andrew J. Andrew J. Did you buy another one by chance, or maybe that's just the same one? I don't know. Let's see. Um, all right, let's go look at your contributions. Wow, I am floored by you guys, man. There's so many people backing, and it's only like the second day of the campaign. This is a huge thing for me. It's a good sign, a good omen. Which one were you saying you were again? Junkyard done. 34. Okay, there we go. There we go. Yep, there he is. All right, dude. Yep, you definitely get one. And thank you for your backing of the book, man. You've been a long time person on the drawn and quartered and the auctions, and you've been a supporter of everybody. And I'm glad that you came in. I can only thank you and say, man, huge thing for me, because I was really scared, really scared when we were doing this, going against the quarantine, and I had already pushed off the launch further back as it was, and I didn't know what to do, because it's like, hey, if I push it off again, will you guys just be ultra mad at me for pushing it off? And then at the same time, with some of the projections that or sometimes some people are projecting that we may be dealing with this quarantine stuff well into the summer or even into the fall. So would I have to wait and would it be next year? Would I have to wait until next year and hopefully hope that I could do it then? It definitely would be really hard for me and my family to do this, especially with the way the industry was going. And so I took a chance. And said, hey, I believe these things will get better. I believe in the American people, and I believe that we can be resilient. And that's why I went against some common wisdom that were saying, hey, just wait till the summer. And the people who were telling me that, I'm not saying they were wrong. Absolutely not saying they were wrong. I'm just saying there were a lot of factors I had to weigh in my head, and I finally jumped into it with both feet. All right. A Jill Valentine from Resident Evil for me. Which version of Jill would you like? Would you like her with the short hair, with the beret? I hope I'm thinking of the right person. Oh man, it's been a while since I did Resident Evil. I didn't actually play the game, so it's a little harder. But I did the comic. So did you want the earlier version? I think she had the beret and the short hair, and then there was the longer haired version that was in, and she had the blue bodysuit thing from Resident Evil 5. I think that was it. So just let me know. Jill sandwich. Oh, okay. There's Blue Boy Hobbies and more. Hey, man, glad you're in here. Did I get you last night? Did I get your sketch last night? I think it was. If you let me know, I'm trying to remember. It's Joshua Gilliland. Good night, everybody. Oh, to see you, brother. Thank you for dropping in on stream, man. I really appreciate it. All right. And Charlie, if you're out there, I don't know if you're still out there, but here's where we're at with Judge Dredd. I am the law. That's my Stallone impersonation. It's not very good, but hey, we're here. That's what we're here for. All right. We're at 10. Oh no, we're losing some people. All right, here we go. Just for people tuning in, I know you guys have heard it, so bear with me. We're doing a free sketch live stream. You can get, if you go in to the description, there's a link for DragonGuard, the Indiegogo campaign for the comic that I'm doing. It's a fantasy comic. If you dig 80s cartoons like He-Man, Thundercats, Visionaries, Gargoyles, if you remember those things, or if you're a fan of that, or if you like Battle Chasers or Pit, that's another good one. I mean, I won't say that it's similar, but there's the art factor of, hey man, it's going to be big and splashy, just big fun, big fun artwork, splashy artwork. It's fantasy with kind of a 90s bent to it. And if you dig that, go check out DragonGuard. If you back it, and if you back above a $60 tier, and you send me your backer, or come back to the chat, come back in here, you want to sketch, then what I will do is you let me know the backer number. I'll confirm the number, and then what we'll do is I will do you a free sketch, no charge. Only thing I ask in consideration is possibly, if you live I'm in the East Coast, if you happen to be a little ways away, there's a PayPal link down there, and if you want to send me just a little bit for shipping, your choice. Free is free. You don't have to. It's not a condition of the free sketches, but if you feel like you want to send something for shipping, that would be a huge help. But we're here. It's your character, a character of your choice. It's your sketch, character of your choice. Right now, you can see I'm doing Judge Dredd, and I'll be wrapping up Judge Dredd in just a second. We got to get this pesky little chains down here. You got to cut a chain that goes down to his medallion, and you get a free sketch. I don't know how. I was trying to think of ways to reward the customers, and this was the best way I knew how. It was fun. It's not terribly hard to do. I mean, doing the volume, I've never had to do a large volume of sketches like this in one sitting, I guess. So, with the exception of doing sketch cards, I did do quite a few sketch cards, but basically, we're just doing free sketches for everybody. It's to reward you guys for helping me with DragonGuard. So you go there, you pick a perk, some kind of perk that you like that's above $60 if you want the sketch. And if you can't, I understand. We got the coronavirus going on, and you can only do so much. That's cool too. But the people who back above 60 will get a free sketch. And then, okay, here's the other big news, or big news if it may not be big news if you've been watching for a couple of days, but I will be getting some metal cards some test cards from a company I hope to be using to be making some of your perks. And so I'll be getting 25 test cards for DragonGuard. They're metal cards, metal printed cards. And if we're going to do a giveaway later in the week, I'll let you know on Twitter and Facebook. We'll do a giveaway for the metal cards as well. Or it might be a giveaway with like a commission or something like that. But we're going to do, I'm trying to nail down what to do to reward you guys with it. And part of that hinges on whether or not I like the result of the cards. So if I get the cards and they're not up to my, my standards, then obviously I'm not going to give y'all some bum cards. But if it turns out that they're really nice and I like them, I'm definitely going to work something out for you guys. So there'll be another giveaway or another chance at something cool later this week. And I'm going to keep working on figuring out the momentum, how to get you guys the momentum, get you excited. And if all I ask is if you go on Facebook, Instagram, if you got a YouTube channel or whatever, it's just letting people know about DragonGuard and show them the excitement, let them know, try to get them to check out what I'm doing. And then later this week, I'm going to be, or tomorrow, I'm going to be on with Antonio Bryce. Tomorrow, I think it's going to be at 6, and on Antonio Bryce's channel on YouTube. I can't remember what he called his channel. Sometimes he does a live stream. It's called Sexy Party, but I don't think that's the one we're talking about. And then, we're going to be chatting there. We're going to be hyping. And then I'm going to be on Drawn and Quartered Wednesday. If you know me from there, every Wednesday we go on Drawn and Quartered. It's me and a bunch of other artists, and we kind of battle it out on whatever topic is the subject that night. And then we have the fans vote on who is the winner. There'll be like a straw poll, and you get to vote on which artist you like. And we do that every Wednesday. I'm lucky to be a part of it on the Blacklist Universe channel. And Charlie, here you go, buddy. Your dread is here. R2D2 for life. Sweet, man. Good to see you in here. Zombie Kebab. Hey. There she is. All right, we got a little bit of a dread. Maybe I'll just throw in a little bit more of a grimace. A little bit more of a grimace there with dread. All right. Looks like we're getting some cool lines. All righty. There you go. So Charlie, if you're out there, here you go, brother. Oh, okay, there you are. Man, I love it. Cool. Thank you, dude. So this is for you, my man. Now, the next one, I think we've got Scarlet from G.I. Joe. Well, I'll tell you what. Let me put the little finishing touches on Miggs's. Oh, R2D2 for life. Any hand cramps? No, I'm usually lucky with that kind of stuff. Even when I'm drawing for a long time, I don't really get hand cramps. I will tell you that this particular finger, for some reason, no matter what, when I'm drawing or when it gets cold, this finger will cramp like crazy. But it's not the drawing hand. The drawing hand is perfectly fine. It's usually it's usually my eyes that'll get a little bit more tired of all the drawing than my hands will. I'm usually pretty good. Or usually it's a lot of stress. If I have a deadline and I'll have a lot of stress from a deadline and be more upset and kind of, it'll get me to the point where I worry so much that it kind of messes with me more than just the act of drawing. I probably developed an ulcer and don't even know it or something. Charlie Chase, thank you again, buddy. Appreciate you backing. R2D2 for life, unstoppable. Hell yeah, man. That's what I like hearing. Oh, Mark Anthony has dropped in with us. Okay, cool. Hey, thanks, man. I didn't even see you come in. Okay, so we're at 12. And as I tell everybody that comes in, if you could, because this is a tiny channel, I don't have a huge base just yet. If you happen to want to help out and share, like, put it out there, subscribe if you haven't already, which I know most of you probably have. Just get the word out. The more we can get the word out on Facebook, Instagram. We're doing pretty good on Twitter, but we could always do a little bit better. Let's see. We're working on Miggs's sketch right now. And this is the character I'm sketching is Elita, or Elita. I was getting ready to say it's not spelt like Battle Angel Alita. It's with the E, Elita. She was called Zalara. I kind of was waffling on it. I didn't think the syllables were sounding right. Didn't stick with you. I'm always thinking about stuff like that. I play guitar, and a lot of times when you're playing, a lot of it's based on, feel and, there's a lot of players talk about how you play with feel, how you bend a note, the right notes that you choose, how it comes across, and things have got to sound right. And that's how I feel about whenever I go into creating characters. It's got to sound right, or else it just bugs me. Okay. Mark Anthony, I've been here. Oh, okay. Well, maybe you're just lurking. I didn't see you come in. Of course, then again, I've had my head down drawing. I'm going to take another sip of water. Got like this big padded collar here. And her hair is it's got an interesting texture. It's wavy at the top a little bit, but then I wouldn't call them dreadlocks, but they're styled in a way that they're tight together at the bottom. So they have a little chunkiness to the texture, I guess, as you're drawing her hair. So it starts out wavy here at the top, really nicely looking. And the main reason I chose to go for that kind of thing is I thought it would be a neat effect when I go showing or fighting, and that these big, thicker locks that are kind of clumped together or whatever it'll feel more alien. And when they're flinging around, it'll make for a cool graphic. Seeing things kind of flying around, almost like tendrils or something. All right, get that brush pen. And then tonight, just so you guys know, the first of the two covers are going to went to one of the inkers, and so the covers will be set up. I'm hoping to get the wheels going for the covers to be set up for Indiegogo, so we can show the covers on Indiegogo in the full production visual. You'll be able to see them as colored with a logo on them. That's the goal there. The reason I didn't have the covers ready to go for the Indiegogo was I was back and forth with a couple of inkers that do some great work. I mean, I could have inked the covers myself. I think I'm getting to the point where I do a pretty serviceable job inking myself, but there's some guys with some great styles that I think will bring something to the covers. And I finally got to cement some of that tonight, and luckily we'll get this all in motion before the end of the campaign so that you'll actually have the example of what the covers look like. I'm going to be working within the next week to finish a double page spread so you guys can see the double page spread that'll be available of the villains. I have another splash page that eventually I've got to finish, and I'll get that done so that you can see it during the campaign as well. So then some of those tiers you can get excited about some of the original art. Zombie Kebab invited my client to join us. I hope he will. Oh, okay. So are you okay? You okay, Mark Anthony? You feeling all right? Maybe I missed something. Oh, it's gone. Okay, whatever it is, awesome, dude. Good to hear you're in good health, man. All right. So here we go. Migs, this is from Migs. He's in the chat, I believe. He might have just ducked out for a little bit, maybe for dinner or something like that, but I'm sure he'll be back to check out what's going on. She's got a little bit of kind of this underneath. There's a leather harness or some kind of padding to go underneath these metal bracers so that she isn't hurt by all the fighting. Okay. All right. So we're going to wrap this up, and then we're going to move to Scarlet from G.I. Joe. We got Judge Dredd in here. And Mark Anthony, I did start yours. I just need to pull out the artwork. Let me see if I can find it. I roughed it out. I got it ready. So this will be coming up for yours. Okay. Another backer, number 93. Oh, wow. We're up to 76. 3. Great. Woo! Migs is grabbing dinner. That's what I told everybody. Mark Anthony, though, I prefer the Dos Equis virus. Used to drink a little bit. I cut it off because I got a little out of control. Had to force myself to leave it alone, and I haven't drank much of anything since, I don't know, man. As far as being a regular drinker, I actually quit right around 2003, 2004, something like that. Just not good. I guess it was kind of dumb of me. My family has or at least on my mother's side, a little bit of problem with depression and things like that. And so engaging too much in a depressant wasn't really helping my situation. But every now and then I do have a drink of something at a, restaurant or something like that. It wasn't full blown like alcoholism or anything like that, but it was just one of those things where I was getting to a point where if I kept on the way I was, probably would have been full blown. All right. Okay, here we go. All right. All right, everybody's in here. We got 12 people in, 15 in. I'm going to go on Twitter, see if I can do anything to kind of get the word out a little bit better. Let's see. Let's see. I'm going to go in YouTube. What I'm going to do is go share this again. All right. So we're streaming. I know there's a little dead air. Just keep watching. Check out the coolness of Mick's sketch. Okay. Let's see. And we are live. Doing it live.
We are live.
And I got the volume going.
We are live.
Okay. Let's see. You can hear myself on it. Twitter. Okay, just shared. So if you get a chance to, anybody out there can share on Facebook, share on Instagram, share on Twitter. If you get a chance to. And let them know we're here. We dropped down to 10, but we got a lot of likes. Is that an echo? Yeah, it was an echo. Yeah, I got my iPad sitting right next to where the speakers are, and I happened to go on there not realizing my iPad was at full volume, so everything I did would bounce between the iPad, then back here and back through the iPad again. So very weird. I'm going to refresh Indiegogo. I'm going to try to coordinate some more fun stuff with Mike and see if I can get a little bit more excitement over on the channel. But tonight I was hoping maybe we get a few more people, a few people we didn't recognize. Andrew J still here. We got Andrew J, Zombie Kebab, Mark Anthony, R2D2 for life, Captain Hiltz. We have Migs bobbing around here too, in and out for the show. So we got in the chat. 76. All right, we're at 7,603. Doing great. Keep looking to cross that threshold. Let's get past 8 and then get past get past 9. And I've got some other channels that I'm possibly going to be on too. Some other people. I will let you guys know about that on Twitter and Facebook when it gets finalized. But next week I'll go on somebody's show. We got an Antonio show I'm going to be doing. So we're looking to spread the word. I'm going to hopefully talk to Clint from Sweetcast, see if he'll be interested in having me on to talk about the book and the Indiegogo. Just kind of get the name out there, get the good word out. Just the color here. All right. So we're almost done and moving on to Scarlet. Let's see. Let me sign this after I get a little. See if I can get the blacks to show up better. there we go. I'm going to need the number 8. All right. We got 8 on here to sign it. Yep, there we go. And I'm going to put this on the back for Migs. All right, there you go, Migs. We got you set up. Okay. Let me take a look at my sketches real quick. All right. Okay. So let's go on to the next one. All right. We'll do the Scarlet, and then the next one after that we'll do Mark Anthony's awesome sketch. So here we go. I'm going to look up Scarlet because I'm sure there's a costume that I like and dislike, and I don't want to take a chance of making those things similar. All right, and I'll just duck in on Facebook. Whoop, I guess it won't. All right. Man, I got to fix that whole boomer thing. Okay. So forgive me, I'm sitting here checking out Scarlet. And if you have a preferred costume for Scarlet or a preferred look, that would be awesome. Oh yeah. Reaching out to Billy Tucci. Yeah, Billy follows me, I think. I remember seeing that he followed me, so maybe he'll have me on, or I can talk. Maybe he'd be open to me asking to come on if he'd like. I don't. We'll see. I don't know Billy very well, but I mean, it was a great sign that he actually, he checked out my page and followed me. So if he's still open to that, then maybe he'll have me on the show. All right, let's see. And it was Andrew J. that wanted, I think, the Scarlet, right? Unless I'm crazy. All right. Andrew J., is there a specific costume or just a classic? Yeah. Is there like a specific costume you wanted? Just let me know. And once again, just in case we get some more backers in here, if you want to know the rules are as follows. In the description is a link to DragonGuard, which we just launched on Indiegogo, and it looks like it's going to maybe become a success. And, we're only on our second day, and we're about over the halfway funded mark, actually. And what we're looking at is I'm doing free sketches, incentives for you guys to get out here and give DragonGuard a try if you haven't. And for tonight, the thing is we're going to do let me see. We're going to do free sketches for backers who back over $60 or more. And the great thing is we already got somebody buying a cover. We've got people buying pages. We've got people buying a bundle of all the cool stuff. So, there's tons of stuff for you here. We're looking at adding more things. We're going to be adding stretch goals. I'll probably be doing that this weekend when I can actually catch my breath from everything that's happened, because I had a few hiccups with the Indiegogo page and the graphics and things like that and getting everything to work. My computer was already slow as it was, and then GIMP wasn't working right, and I was trying to resize some graphics and things, and I was literally there for hours on my computer trying to get it. If you're familiar with Mac, the Mac has like this. Whenever it stalls out and it's thinking and it's doing its thing, you get this little colored wheel, and dude, it was just constantly doing that. And whether I restart it or not, it just is constantly stalling out and stuff. And so I was having a big problem with it. And then GIMP would basically, when I go to put a file in there and I and resize the file and do all this good stuff, what it was supposed to be doing, and close the file out, save it. Well, I would go back and try to open another file, and GIMP would not open it. It would just sit there like you'd never clicked anything. And I would have to restart GIMP every single time that I wanted to do a file. So, if you got like 20 files, you're going to be there for a while. Oh, Captain Hills, thanks for putting that in there too, man. Yeah, definitely. There's lots of good things in there. The Warriors Call is a good one. We got lots of tiers there. I'm going to have more of the stretch goals. We're thinking about some cool things. We're going to have a cover. One of the stretch goals is going to be a cover. One of the other stretch goals is going to be, well, it'll be another artist cover, I should say. And then we're going to have a stretch goal for sketch covers, which basically you print the book with an alternate cover that's just, if you don't know, it's got a certain paper on there for drawing. So you'll have a character and you can have somebody drawing it. Plus, I'll be offering at least 25 sketch covers, at least 25 in that tier if we reach the stretch goal that I will draw. And most of the sketch covers are going to be just slightly bigger than this paper here. It's like 6 by 9 or 10. So I can get to you guys pretty fast. This isn't one of those things where we do 11 by 17 commissions for, and it just, if you do them in large volume, you get a lot of people there. It's just going to be unwieldy and hard on you when you're trying to finish up the book, and could be a problem. So I wanted to avoid that with this. I was trying to think practically about keeping everything really simple in my tiers. And even then, I've still got a few people going, what about this? And I, it's completely new as far as trying to figure out what I'm going to do. And so there are little things that I miss. Some people are saying, hey, you've got Australia and you've got, you've got Australia or you've got Canada on here. Why don't you have, I don't know, like Scandinavia or New Zealand on here. Why don't you have New Zealand? And part of it is that the shipping is so expensive. And if you just buy a $25 book, with a free card or something like that, then the shipping is going to be so outrageous. It's almost like, I don't want to charge you outrageous prices, but I have to deal with, if I go through the post office, obviously the prices are going to come down to me, and I have to make up the slack. So even if I try to make it at a reasonable price, the prices for shipping overseas are just kind of unreasonable no matter what. And so a lot of that would be me, taking a hit on the price of the shipping, and to be honest with you, I'm not getting, as it stands, the perk, not the perks, but the goal of the Indiegogo is to cover the comic and the printing and the colorist, and none of that is covering me. So until we are successful with it and start making money over top of it, I won't really be making a paycheck. So and I try to keep the cost down. I try to keep the goals down for the goals down for the campaign, because I wanted there to be some kind of success. So I tried to squeeze out the numbers where I could, we'll leave a little bit of wiggle room in case prices change, um, and try to go from there. So it's all up to you guys. If you make it a success and we can go forward and we get some stretch goals, then a lot of these things, or hey, even if you just everybody out there starts buying a page. I know they're a little expensive, but I have different prices on the different original art pages. And if you can buy original art, that's going to be going a long way. 30 pages is going to be a long way towards helping us reach our goal and me getting a chance to being paid. That's not too bad of a thing. Let's see. Actually, Kevin Sharp, you might want to change the spelling of that on your page. Should be siege. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll go back and fix that. Luckily, I can edit a lot of this stuff. So thank you for pointing that out, by the way. R2D2 live. R2D2 for live. Yeah, paycheck. I don't need no stinky paycheck. Okay, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you for pointing those out. There was supposed to be some editing going, but what happened? I gotten so frazzled. I mean, if you guys heard, some of you guys would have heard me that night. I was already behind schedule and launching it, and then I was fighting with those JPEGs and stuff, and fighting with GIMP, and I was so mad and so uncomfortable, so nervous because I knew it just felt like everything was going to pot that evening, and it was so hard that day. So yeah, I didn't get a chance to go through and actually edit a lot of those things. I went through some of them, and I went through some of them today a little bit, just double checking. And for everybody watching, here you go. There she is. I'm erasing just so I can get in there, and there isn't a lot of confusing lines, sketch lines before I start drawing. A siege cover would just be drawing Charlize Theron. That's funny. Well, if we're talking about siege, I may. Oh yeah, and add a new cover. She'd probably do it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I might talk to her about doing some maybe some card artwork or something like that. I'm gonna have a couple of people. I'm gonna have some friends of mine from the studio. I don't know. Well, hey, this is a great time to talk about it. I'm in a studio of like-minded people in some respects. I'm in a studio called Tsunami Studios in North Carolina, and I don't actually live there. We're just kind of, hey, we go to cons and we kind of work together and have booth space and things like that together, and they're great folks. Randy Green is a part of it. Robert Atkins is the current penciler on GI Joe, or one of the GI Joe series. He's also a teacher at SCAD. Anyway, I'm in a studio with those guys. Brian Shearer is in the same studio with me, and Brian's a great guy. He's got a Gunship Thunder Punch. He also has William the Last on Webtoons. Anyway, so we're all together, and I was going somewhere with that, and I think I just got trailed off. Laugh out loud, boomer type from a millennial type, yeah. Yeah, but anyway, I was going to say it's some of my friends from the studios. There's another fellow, a young guy by the name of John Dale Sneed. He's a aspiring penciler, and I'm going to have him do something because John Dale's really great. And it may be wacky inking it. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if Wacky's got the time. He's got some health problems, so we'll have to see. But we're going to have maybe some extra art cards for you guys. That'll be maybe another tier, another stretch goal, or something to throw in there. And I'm going to have Zombie Kebab draw one. And these will be kind of printed cards. Maybe even there'll be the maybe some of the metal ones. I don't know. I'm getting a good deal. If the cards look good, I'm waiting for that. I want to see how the cards come out. I've been assured that they're really good looking stuff so far. And so if the company does well, then I'll be making card sets with other people's different artists doing some cards and stuff. So some of the people might be Siege. RQD2 for Life. Tsunami Studios have a Facebook page. Yes, they do. Go on Facebook, look them up. It should be easy to find. I don't know the exact URL, but they are on there. Well, I'm just saying. I'm throwing it out there. Zombie Kebab has looks like to be making friends. So, maybe. It's, for those who don't know, Zombie Kebab does a lot of sketch card stuff. She's done stuff for Marvel, for Upper Deck and their Marvel cards, and let me see, Cryptozoic for the Rick and Morty cards. Let me see what else. Perna Studios, a lot of their sets, she does stuff for them too, as well. So she's been around the block as far as doing a lot of card stuff for a lot of big publishers. And you can find her stuff on eBay, and they tend to go pretty well. I mean, my cards don't go as well as go for as much as hers sometimes. Yeah, she did Thor: The Dark World. Marvel Mal. Yeah, she's throwing that out there. Yeah, Randy Green is solid. Yeah. I don't think Randy does a lot of comic stuff nowadays, but when you do catch him, man, he's always doing some great stuff. And Randy's really nice, really nice dude. And so, anyway, let me see if I can get some of the tech in here or something. I said I was just gonna do head and bust sketches, but I'm tending to lean a little bit more uncontrollably. I'm leaning towards going for more than just head and bust sketches. That's okay. We're gonna have fun here. The idea was just to get a few of these knocked out pretty fast so that I make room for everybody. Everybody gets one. Alright. Just before I drop the inks down. Blue Boy, hobbies, and more. Kevin, do you ever hang out with Elliot Fernandez? Let me see. Yeah, Elliot's great, man. Elliot is awesome. Elliot pops in on every now and then on Mike's streams with the Drawn and Quartered and the auctions, and we have a great time. I really like Elliot. Elliot's good people. And yeah, I definitely enjoy talking to him. Elliot's fast becoming one of my favorite artist friends. It's always so hard because he's so quick witted too, man. And you're on a stream with him, and he's kind of a whirlwind, and I stammer over myself, and sometimes mumble, not intentionally, and just a little dead air. My humor doesn't necessarily come off the same way, so you try to keep up with Elliot, and it's hard. It's hard because he's just good at what he does. He's an entertainer. He's naturally entertaining. You get him wound up, and he'll go. You know, I don't even think you have to get him wound up. I think he's just naturally that way, and it's just gonna it flows from Elliot. Entertaining dude. All right, let's see if we can. How's that for a face? Is that okay? Andrew J. What does Frank Cho think of Zombie Kebab? I don't think she's ever met Frank Cho. I've met Frank Cho, but I don't think she's ever met him. Roscoe Davis has popped in. Hey, buddy, how you doing? Roscoe Davis. All righty. All right, Andrew J. Yeah. So we're gonna hit the inks real quick. All right. I'm gonna try to make this Scarlet sing here. There's some really good Scarlets out there I'm seeing in the reference material, and I'm surprised. I was like, I drew G.I. Joe, man, and I wish I had drawn some of these pieces like this. There's some good guys out there doing G.I. Joe. All right, let's see. Boom, boom. So we got Roscoe Davis. We got 13 people in, a lot of likes. Everybody, if you can, if you haven't, share. Subscribe, or just share on Twitter and Facebook. That would be awesome. See if I can give her an entertaining looking smirk. Get her a little bit of character there. A little smirk tilted to the side. I'm checking out Twitter just. All right. Yeah, I'm just checking out Twitter real quick. Just Junkyard Dunn went in and said, "Hey, I'm going to share it." And there we go. I'm going to share Junkyard Dunn sharing. We're going to be all over the place. And let's see. Okay. Alrighty. When I'm back, I'm doing things. We're going to get back on the sketch here. After party Heroes Con. Yeah, I know this Frank Cho was there at the. Well, I guess that's what we're still talking about. I hope. I probably missed something. But yeah, Frank Cho was there. Walked up there, talked to him just a little bit, nervous as hell. But I mean, me and Frank don't draw the same, but Frank's influences and some of his approach, I similarly. Oh man, I can't talk. Um, but we have a lot of we're fans of a lot of the same things and stuff, and so Frank's work speaks to me. Uh, does great stuff. Um, fun stuff to look at. He's a illustrator's illustrator, and so I was a little bit nervous. Same thing with Adam Hughes. Big fan of Adam Hughes. I can never talk to him. Um, all right, what we got going on here? Okay, we're at 13 people. Make sure I get this 10 drawn well. There we go. Yeah, I think that works. Okay. And so we're on a Monday. Yeah, that's right. Is it today Monday? I guess it is. Monday. Am I crazy? RIP Chad, I killed it. What? It is Monday. Okay. For some reason, I wanted to say it was Tuesday. So yeah, we got wrestling and other things going on here too. So I've got to compete a little bit. Oh yeah, wrestling should be off by now. Oh, it's near 12. Okay. So I've been drawing for a little while. So everybody in the chat, okay? If you're there, topic of conversation. Sorry, bro. Alrighty. Everybody in the chat, the shutdown has my days all run them up too. Okay. If you're out there, Migs, everybody else, who are some of your favorite pencilers that you grew up with or that got you really digging comics? Or it doesn't necessarily have to be pencilers, but just the guys that you definitely had to collect their stuff. What are your tastes run as far as comic book artists go? Feel free to drop it in there and I'll read some of it. Be interesting to know what brought you to the table with comics. Let me see, it's 12 here, so it's only about 9 on the West Coast, and then 10 on the Mountain, and then Central, blah, 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 is 9. 11. Should have got StreamYard, because if I got StreamYard, I could do some more graphics, and I'm imagining I could figure out how to drop some videos in while we talk and kind of make it fun, like play the DragonGuard promo video or something, liven it up a little. All right. Zombie Kebab, you Drew Hayes, yes. Yeah, Mike Waringo. Yeah, Mike was one of those people that and you already know this, but Mike was one of those people that kind of when Mike, I knew Mike Waringo when he first started the Flash. He lived in Richmond at that time, or around Richmond, Lynchburg area also, and he would come to the Roanoke shows, which is close by to where I was living, and I got to meet him and talk to him. He kind of, gave me some pointers, and just was a really cool dude. Um, Drew some excellent stuff. His Flash, was unique, and I really dug the kind of the big square jaw chin. Miss Mr. Waringo a lot. He had a fun style, really fun style. Yeah, and Zombie Kebab. Once you tell them where you can put it in the chat, tell them where you can find out some examples of your stuff, so they can match art style with the person on the chat. Oh, cool. And later I will post. Well, shoot, maybe I've got Jimmy Reyes doing some inks on the villain's cover, and it's coming out really nice. Alrighty. We have Scarlet from G.I. Joe. Probably should figure out where I'm going to put her hands. Let's see. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. There we go. Aha. I resolved a problem I didn't even know I was going to have, and then I fixed it. There we go. Let's see. Junkyard done. Oh, Adam Hughes, yeah. Let's see. Maybe I'm behind in the chat. I don't know what's going on. Okay, let's go through here. Mark Anthony, I didn't pay much attention to that as a kid when I was last reading comics. Only recently started that level of looking into it. I'd say you. Well, thank you, sir. Mike, Rob Willis, Weldon, and Gary Shipman. Yeah, thank you, dude. And then Junkyard Dunn says, as a kid, I loved McFarlane, Bagley, Ron Lim. Yeah, Ron Lim was a heavy Marvel guy. Jim Lee, Jay Lee, Silvestri. A lot of these guys you couldn't miss because they were definitely the cream of the crop there. Let's see, Silvestri, Sal Buscema, Portasio, Dale Keown, Larson, Perez, Jurgens. Yeah, there's a lot of guys. Roscoe Davis. Only really started getting into comics seriously with you guys as a kid. Had the occasional comic, but when they disappeared into only being comic at comic shops in the 90s, I just wasn't exposed to it anymore. Yeah. You get occasional ones at the bookstores, but you would, it really helped to have those things in the grocery stores on the spinner racks because the accessibility for kids and everything. And Mac and Cheese, hey, 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 he comes on in. Roscoe Davis is, oh yeah, everybody's saying, hey, what's up? Junkyard Dunn, Arthur Adams, yeah, absolutely. You can't, yeah, a lot of those people, their influences right there was Arthur Adams, you know, so. Man, it's pretty crazy when you think about it, like this Arthur Adams. Really, when you look at it, as far as you know, even more so than Jim Lee, when you look at the people whose styles are kind of affected or inspired by Arthur Adams, man, it is staggering how many of the successful artists were inspired by his stuff, and you know, just kind of, you know, it, man, Jim Lee was inspired by him. Let's see who else was really influential. You had Joe Madureira. You have J. Scott Campbell. Um, but J. Scott Campbell kind of morphed his in with the Disney stuff. But you know, if you go back and look, he really was influenced by Arthur Adams. Um, so there's tons of guys that were in the biz that were Arthur Adams fans. I mean, even to an extent, it was Rob Liefeld, even though he didn't execute it very well, but it was definitely inspired by that. Um, Alrighty, Mecha McChee says 58%, 93 backers, 7603. Yep. We're right there. We're right there. We get a few more going. Get that 100 backers mark. Let's get people going in there. What character there is? This is Scarlet from G.I. Joe. And we're almost done with that. And we're going to move on to Mark Anthony's piece. And he's been waiting very patiently. And so that's where we go. I needed some backers to come on in. Let's take a look at DragonGuard on Indiegogo. Okay. All right. We're still at 7603. All right. If anybody's coming in and just had missed it and didn't understand what was going on, tonight we are doing free sketches, free sketches of any character you want. And all you have to do to obtain these free sketches is to go into Indiegogo. There's a link in the description. I made it real easy for you. Hit that. Go to my book DragonGuard. I've launched that through Indiegogo, and it's crowdfunding for my comic. And here's what we're gonna do. If you go in there and if you back us at higher than the $60 tier, you get a free sketch. All you have to do is come back in, let me know your backer number. Like when you actually, back us, you'll actually get a number that tells you which one contribution was yours. And once we have that, I will draw you a sketch of any character you want. It doesn't have to be DragonGuard. It can be anything you want, within reason. No nudity or extreme gore or anything like that. But it'll be a head and bust shot on the 7 or 6x8 paper right here, and I will do them as long as I can hold out. I'm on the East Coast, so I get a little sleepy. It's been a pretty hardcore last few days, but while I'm here, I'm hanging in there. The last of my coffee. I really shouldn't be drinking coffee, but we are here. I'm going to keep rolling. Okay. Let's see what we got going on here. We got 18 likes. Anybody came in yet? Oh, yeah. Junkyard, and how can I forget about Art T. Bear? I had all of his Marvel trading cards. Always called him Thigh Bear, the Bear, Thigh Bear. Love Tucci too. Yeah. Tucci was at a lot of the cons in the South. A lot of the same cons that I would go to. He was, East Coast, I guess I should say. And a lot of the cons I was at, Billy's always there. We were in different circles, so I never actually met him. Never had any direct conversations with him or anything like that. But he was always at the shows that I was at. Andrew J. I was this close to choosing Nancy Pelosi at Jazzercise, but Kev talked me out of it. Well, you know, all I can say is, man, there's some things the eyes should never ever see. There's some things in life we should just leave it alone. Like those big saltwater crocodiles, those giant ones. We leave those alone. Um, we know they exist or may have existed, but we don't engage them in everyday life. We're at 93 backers. Anybody come on? Let's try to get that going past that 100 backer threshold. All right. Let's see, Migs. I bought anything she at that time, tried to draw like his cover. Oh, cool. It was funny. I remember we were at a Heroes Con, and Migs, since you brought that up, it was funny. I think it was a Heroes Con, but they were giving Billy Tucci hell because he had drawn six fingers on She on one of those convention books or something. I think it might have been a convention special book or something. And but yeah, the Billy, we were at a con and he had drawn, plus people were pointing out and razzing him that he had drawn six fingers on She on one of the covers or something like that. And it was, it was funny for the time. And then what's hilarious is, Adam Hughes is, just, on point, and he's also good girl artist and can draw fabulous women, and he did a sketch of Red Monica from Battle Chasers for Tim Townsend, and I think it was like maybe the same year or close to the same year as Billy's, and Adam drew her with two thumbs. She was making an obscene gesture in the sketch, but he had drawn her with two thumbs on one hand. So Tim had to send the sketch back, I think, and I'm trying to remember the story, so I might be a little off. I know it was the two thumbs, but it was hilarious because Tim had to send it back. He had gotten this really cool. He'd been bugging Adam about it, and we really, really wanted the sketch from Adam and stuff, and Adam had drawn her with two thumbs, and he had to send it back, get Adam to fix it because he didn't want to, try to fix it himself, and let Adam work his magic. And it was funny. There's the six fingers, two thumbs kind of thing was hilarious for that time period. Some of the best, you get some of the best artists, and they're just these little tiny mistakes, and things that normally you would think normally most of us would not make, and you got some of the best artists making those mistakes. All right, Junkyard Darn. I was living in Hawaii as a kid, so we didn't have the cons. Finally went to one, and they had brought Comic Con to Tokyo. It was nice because it wasn't too crowded. That's great. Um, exactly. Um, I guess we were talking about cosplayers, I guess, and stuff being kind of heavy in the modern cons. Yeah. And then there's Migs. Yep. All right. Let me see. Yeah, I'm gonna do all the other fine detail on Scarlet with this pin. All right. Basically, we all make mistakes. We all kind of, we either when we're drawing, we get into the zone, or we're distracted by something, and we make some of the goofiest mistakes sometimes. Even the best of us. I mean, you know, you get Adam Hughes making a mistake like that. It's hilarious. Be interesting to know if like somebody like Alex Ross ever encounters that kind of mistake himself, does something kind of boneheaded and goes, what am I doing? That's one of those artists that you really just when you think you kind of gotten Adam or say Alex does a certain thing a certain way, and you know he does amazing stuff, and you're kind of used to the fact that he's always doing kind of amazing stuff. Then he changes it up and he actually does something even better than what you're used to from him. Like those, the one thing I can say, I hate the story in Immortal Hulk, but those covers are amazing right now. He seems like he's got some really cool composition stuff going on, and Alex Ross is rocking it on those covers. It's like having a good running car. You got a great car and it's running fine. You only really notice anything about the car. Eventually, you like the car so much, but you get used to it day to day that eventually you only sometimes only really notice it when there's something that's gone wrong because you've gotten so used to it doing it right, you know. So all right, Andrew J, my friend, you got a Scarlet. Yeah. And I'm gonna put my signature on it. Alrighty. So Andrew J, my friend, we got you. Whoa. Let me see if I can get some of this closed out a little bit. There we go. A little bit better. What I was trying to do. I'm seeing everything in reverse, you guys. So my screen is showing everything in reverse, so I only see the mistakes because they're kind of glaring. It's like when you put something up in to a mirror or something like that. Roscoe Davis, you're killing me, man. Alrighty. Okay. Now, is there somebody else that is next? I'm trying to think. I had Scarlet from GI Joe, and oh yeah, that's right, Mark Anthony's. Let me get some headway on yours, Mark. Let's see. I want to make this interesting. Maybe I won't do a front shot. I think I'll do I think I'll do a 3/4 turn. I think that'll be more interesting. So we'll start again. All right. Go into DragonGuard. I'm going to do a double check, see if anybody else is kicked in. No, we're still at 7603. Let me go into Twitter. And we have all these great, we've got people in California, we've got people in different time zones, so they still might have a few people up with us. If not, I guess we'll call it quits for tonight. I may do another one. I may do another one, maybe give it a rest and then do another one next week sometime. Mark Anthony, I really want to get a kind of a cool upper body pose because he has this big hunk of bat-shaped armor. Not really a bat, but it kind of invokes that from the shape of it. So he's got this big bat-shaped armor, and he's a real big dude, but it takes up so much of his chest. I kind of want to put him in a 3/4 view so we can get a really good shot. Who knows? I might even take some of these that you guys get of the DragonGuard characters, and with if you think it's cool, I might turn those into maybe some ready-to-go card artwork. Some of them. Obviously can't do it with the licensed characters. But we'll add a little bit more collectability to them by making some of the DragonGuard characters cards that you can say, hey, I got a card. I've got the card artwork of it, plus it's a freebie. Now I just need to find somebody to color them and give them a little bit more polish there. But yeah, we turn some of these into a card, if you're cool with it. It depends on if the person is really, really cool with it. I'll ask Miggs, and Mark Anthony seems to enjoy that. So the sketches have a little bit more interest to them. Not just being a free sketch, but you also have it the original card art that will go in some of the tiers. And it's funny, if for all you artists that are out there or something like that, the hardest part was one of the hardest things. I would love drawing 3/4 views of the faces. One of the things that just when I thought I had a decent understanding of 3/4 view, is I was ignoring the fact that you could add more dimension. Well, that's right. He's got enough. I can't tell you what this character's backstory is because I'll ruin it, but you'll see at least the scene on Indiegogo and some of the scans and stuff, but you see him come out of the lava, and Cryptogore is doing this little ceremony, calling him out, and then bringing this character out of the lava. And you see the lava, just basically you see the skull, and the lava spits it out, and the lava Cryptogore is standing there, and he's summoned this character, and then the skull hits the ground, and then on the next page is this after the skull hits the ground, there starts to be a little bit of this lava oozing out from underneath the base of the skull, and it starts spreading and materializing. You start to see, how there's lava flows, and they have like the little bits of the molten ground, the black crusty molten ground floating in the lava and stuff. So you see something like that, and then the character's armor starts to form from that, and the character rises up, and that's the next page that's on there, and you see that, of course, I drew that in there, but the character rises up, and here he is, he's fully formed, and and it's just kind of a badass little looking pose and stuff. And so when you get to see what the story is behind him, I think you guys will appreciate it. But it's funny. It's got a little bit of humor. It also has, it's really cool. But he's just an awesome character, and I can't tell you much about him because I'll give away story points and I'll spoil it. But you see a lot in that scene as it is anyway, you know. Alrighty. Roscoe Davis, Captain Hiltz. All right, so we got people. We got 13 people in. We got 18 likes. If you happen to see anybody else, if you're able to send it on Facebook, please do share. We're still going. Alrighty. So he's got these big, almost like brass knuckles, and they're not really, but they're on his gloves, and they're big. These big spikes, these kind of chunky square spikes, and he's got some kind of bone sculpting on his bracers. Boom, 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 boom. Alrighty, so we're at as far as I know, the last one of the night, unless somebody comes in through the stream. Yep. Subscribe and hit that bell for the notifications. Notification squad, yeah. You're in spirit for my daughter here. Can we get another backer tonight? And strong, exactly. Backers of 60 more. Yeah. If you're checking us out, backers of $60 or more will get a free sketch tonight. And it will be any character. It doesn't have to be DragonGuard. If you dig DragonGuard, that would be awesome if you did get a sketch. And just come in here and let me know your backer number, and then you'll be qualified for a free 6x8 sketch. And I'll be mailing this to you. And Jimmy Reyes sent me a little sneak peek of what he's done this evening with his inks. So you guys are going to get it. The thing with, let's see. Kevin Sharp, that reminds me. Let's see. Roscoe Davis said Edwin is Sam Elliott as a nerdy number cruncher. That's funny. Mark Anthony says, nah, I won't do it. Mark Anthony, I saw those inks. Those were crazy good. He sent me a more in progress of the villains cover, if you dig it. And I can share that a little later. I don't know if you saw the most recent thing. He sent me a DM of the inks. So Jimmy Reyes is doing that. And Jimmy's working digitally, so there's no inked original, but you'll be getting the pencil original. Okay, Junkyard Done says, I got to get back to work. Congrats on the campaign, Kevin. You'll hit the goal in no time. Thank you. Oh, take care, everyone. Thank you, buddy. Hey, Zombie Kebab, do you have a link to check out your work yet? I said that earlier. She ought to, if by chance, give a link to your work somewhere, like on, if you have a gallery on like Facebook or Pinterest or something like that, so everybody can check out your card work. Yeah, see you, Junkyard Done. Thanks for coming in, brother. I do not know what that's about, Mark Anthony, but I'll you could fill me in later, or I'll check the chat. And it's getting quiet. I hate the dead air. Sorry about that, guys. Being a conversationalist and have to keep talking is sometimes a little tough. All right. I'll tell you what. I'm going to get a drink of water. Well, anyway, we're thinking about stretch goals. So one of our stretch goals will be a guest cover artist. One of the stretch goals will be sketch covers. One of the stretch goals will be extra pages. So those are some of the ones we're playing around with. I have a great one, and I can't share it with you, but Zombie Kebab helped me come up with one that was really interesting. But if I give it away, somebody might pounce on it for fun, and that would be kind of a kick in the pants there. But she had a really good stretch goal. Captain Hiltz, thank you for being in here, buddy, and helping me out and keeping the chat rolling with the information and stuff. Alrighty. Mark Anthony, you've been very patient with me, man, and thank you. You've been patient with everybody else and letting people go, get their sketches. We're going to try to make this end this on a good one for tonight. A really good one. Hell, if it's going to be a card or something, then it's going to be nice and cool. A cool, awesome drawing. And if you're listening out there, we're still here. Dragon Guard is up. If you go to Dragon Guard, back it higher than the $60 than any $60 tier, and you come back, let us know your backer number. You will get a free sketch. And if it gets too late where I can't keep my eyes open, which is getting close to, I will definitely get your name, what character you want, and then we'll set you up with the sketch tomorrow. And I also have to get back on some pages as well. I got to get a ink page to my colorist. If you're Alonzo, if you're out there, it's definitely coming to you, man. It's been a very busy weekend. Not to mention, I got to work something out because you'll be on deck for coloring a cover that'll be ready soon. Might have a guest colorist on one of the other covers. I actually talked to I don't know if he's still game. He might be a little busy right now, but he initially agreed to take the work. So there's a very popular colorist. You guys know him, or most of you would be familiar with him. And he's colored quite a few of the popular Indiegogo books, and he's willing to work with me on something. So basically, it comes down to just having the cash to pay him in pocket, and just be able to pay him, because Indiegogo they don't release the funds immediately, so I still have to kind of work out getting some more. Just having a little patience, and when I get paid, I can float him some cash and get the wheels rolling on the cover colors. But Alonzo, my guy, will definitely be coloring one of them. All right. Oh, okay. All righty. Cool. I didn't quite understand, so forgive me. I'm more of a metal guy, Mark Anthony. Okay, here we go. We still got 13 people in here, 19 likes. We still had some people in here watching. And I'm still waiting on certain people to pay me, which is starting to become rather annoying. It makes it hard for me to plug things I worked on when they don't pay me. I'm talking about former employers, nobody that you know of on their streams, but I won't name them. I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying not to anger them either, but at the same time, hey, when I got people asking me for money for my bills and I can't tell them because nobody's paid me, it's a little annoying on my end too. All right. And while I'm here with you guys, oh yeah, mac and cheese. Yes, I do. I have an appearance lined up with Antonio's show tomorrow at 6. I need to actually go back in with everything getting ready for this show. I forgot to send him a message agreeing, but I'm hoping I can catch him in time. But yeah, I'll go on Antonio's show tomorrow. I'll be on Drawn and Quartered the following night. Then I need a break. I've done quite a few the live streams in a row, and Zombie Kebab is going to kill me if I don't spend a little time at home. So, I'll need a little bit of a break, and then once I have that, Friday night auctions. And by the way, by that time, I should have the metal cards, and then I could show you and kind of be gleeful and then start giving away the metal cards. But yeah, Antonio Bryce's show tomorrow, I think it's 6. I'll be on there, and hopefully I'll be well rested and can actually communicate and speak and all that good stuff. But I want to give a shout out here. You're the best. All right. Yeah, there we go. We're throwing in some Rocky. Throwing in some Rocky. Or was it Rocky? I want to say it was Rocky. Let me confirm that, Mark Anthony. The best. I almost want to say that was one of the Rocky movies. It's been a while. Yeah, but you guys, she's been putting up with my sudden 0 to 60 live streaming. It's one of those things where it's cool, when you're used to it, but we're number one, I am not a people person in terms of doing the YouTube live streaming. I'm not. I always thought that like the YouTube star thing was kind of annoying, just for my taste. For my taste. And then now learning the ropes of how to do the YouTube thing and try to be comfortable on here, which I never am, um, is really tough. And then actually, since I've wrapped it up for the thing, it's wrapped it up for the launch. It's become, you know, maybe a little stressful, and for her and whatnots, because I need quiet. I gotta have quiet when I do these things because guys don't want to hear the chihuahuas barking and the birds chirping. Edwin almost blew a fuse when I mean a fuse, not angry, but I mean probably blew his headphones or something. With the last time I did a stream with the chihuahuas barking, and everybody's like, "Whoa, what is that?" And so our chihuahuas are loud. Mark Anthony, for you, I'm just gonna join up here. Let you see some of the details. There we go. So unless somebody pops in here, comes on the stream, make him a cheese. I can't wait to see you on Antonio's channel. Yeah, me too. I'm completely new to how he does his streams. I know he's a little bit more rowdier than Mike. Mike uh, doesn't do a lot of the cursing and things like that. Which is actually kind of good because I'm kind of a potty mouth. Actually, you'd be surprised with some of the things, the movies I watch and things like that. So I get a little potty mouth myself, and then Mike's been kind of a good influence in that way. I do less of it now because of that, but you know, uh, Antonio, I think, says what's on his mind, and makes it more fun. It can be. He does a fun stream. He's got opinions. That's cool. Oh, Karate Kid. Oh, okay. All right. Thanks for answering that, me. Okay. I don't know what it was. What I'm doing is I'm confusing that song with some of Frank Stallone's songs that kind of lead into those. They made fun of it on Family Guy a lot. But there's the inspirational. Hey, Rocky's getting pumped up. He's training. He's getting juiced. Being a badass, this and that. Those kind of motivational little songs and stuff that they put in there. And I get that confused. So that's what it was. So it was, yeah, it was Karate Kid. I don't know what I'm thinking. But yeah, Jimmy Reyes is doing some great stuff. Can't wait to show you guys that. Um, let's see. Alrighty. I'm checking my Twitter real quick. Sandra Hope's another one I want to work with too if we get a chance. She's a great inker. Um, always liked her stuff. She looks good on a lot of people. She works. She's got a really good skill set on the quill, and she can handle brushes. And if you haven't seen Sandra Hope's inks, check it out on Twitter. She's a longtime Wildstorm inker, and she inks a lot of people. Right now, the most recent thing she was inking on, she's inking on Andy Kubert, not Adam Kubert, who's doing Wolverine, but Andy Kubert, or yeah, Andy Kubert, and she's just killing it, man. She just looks so good. I remember, I want to say that I was first exposed to her work, and I could be wrong, but I think she was inking Humberto Ramos on his book for Cliffhanger. If you guys remember that, Cliffhanger was the imprint for Danger Girl, Battle Chasers, and Humberto Ramos's Crimson. And then that kind of fell by the wayside because everybody else besides Humberto was late on their deadlines, really bad. But Sandra was inking Humberto Ramos, and she does, she just does amazing stuff. You can sit there and watch her with inking with a quill, and it's just fun. You kind of lose yourself in it. That's what Adelso Corona, who's inking Brett Booth on Bloodshot, is doing some amazing stuff too. He's fun to look at. I'd seen his stuff on DeviantArt a lot. He'd post a lot there, and just his drawings and stuff were pretty cool. He really fits Brett really well, and I'm kind of jazzed to work with him because I really like what he does. So that may happen. Just a matter of cash. Lots of cool stuff. Mark Anthony, there's a name I know. Yeah, exactly. None your business. Hey, none your business. I didn't even see you come in, dude. That's funny. Well, I'm trying to con her into at least doing a card, Roscoe Davis. Kind of help out with some of the tiers and or the perks by giving you guys some really cool cards, and maybe do a set of printed cards that'll go in there. Not just the metal cards, but a set of printed cards too. Or maybe even comic size prints. I don't know. We'll play around with it. Play with some ideas. I have a colorist in mind who might, color some of the, cards, and I won't have to break the bank getting him to color some stuff. And it's kind of one of those things where he does a good enough job that it's really good, but he's still kind of in the breaking in stage, and so he will be really, really good working with me. So I can kind of take advantage of some of these younger guys or newer guys that are really, really wanting to work with me, and I can elevate or add to the campaign by giving you guys some new faces that do some really good work. All right. Yeah, Making McCheese. Did you say you have a colorist lineup, or are you still searching? Yeah, I have a colorist. His name was well, here's the three people that I'm working on. There's a fellow by the name of Frank, who's newer to the scene, and then there's I'm talking to another fellow named Anders Zarate. We'll be doing some extra heavy lifting, because it's going to be stretch goals and everything. We're looking at least roughly around a 60-page book, and Alonzo is probably going to need. I'm going to need to focus on the pages, and Alonzo needs to focus. So for the extras, we need a little extra heavy lifting, and people with reasonable rates that can do good work. That's always a big thing. Yeah, Alonzo Espinoza came in the other day. He just wanted to check in and be part of the success. And all right. But yeah, I'd love to have people like Weldon or Siege or Matt Cosson. I love Matt. Does great work. Um, Love to have Elliot do something. It just depends on the success of it and what I could kind of give these people for their time, you know? I mean, I'm a fan of a lot of these guys. A lot of these guys have really been really great to me. You guys really like Siege's stuff, it seems like. So, you know, that's a big seller there. Um, and we have Zombie Kebab. I'd buy that for $1. Yeah. Yeah, Mecha McCheese sketchbook, baby. So Broly and Mecha or Mayor McCheese as a DragonGuard character, I'm definitely going to get that out to you, buddy. Definitely got a few unique character sketches to do these last couple of days. All right. And we got 11 people, 21 likes, so we got a few people in here liking and whatnot. And I'm going to check in on DragonGuard real quick. So I did get somebody else come in, but I haven't seen them come in for their sketch. Okay. All right. Now where it says 77603. Okay. So we're going to see what we can do on tomorrow on Antonio's stream. I know I need to get back to him. It was a goof on my part. I'm having a little sleep deprivation going on a little bit for various reasons. I was up to 4 last night as well, so it's just been nonstop ever since this thing hit. And I thank you guys, everybody that's out there. Thank you so far for all the support you give me. It makes it worth it getting through these. And let's see. Lightly erase to pick up some of that pencil so we really get in there. All right. More cheese. Make sketchbook. All right. All right. Here you go, Mark Anthony. A little look at the character. All right. Let's see if we can throw a little holding line around that. I had another one of these Bemojis and I don't know where it went to. Another Bemoji somewhere. Not it. Okay, I guess we'll just soldier through. See if this works a little better. Maybe not. We'll see. All right. There we go. That's working a little bit better than I was expecting. All right, got a little dead air. Sorry. All right. Okay. We're at 3 hours. Try one more time. Check in. Check in. Okay. And there we go. All right. And let's see. Excuse me. Alrighty, here we go. We're wrapping up the last sketch. We got 11 people in there. Some of you watching. We got people in the chat having a good time. Making Me Cheese, Captain Hiltz, Mark Anthony, Roscoe Davis. So here we go. Okay. And these are kind of like a bone texture pattern or whatever to these the bracers that he's wearing. And I try to, a lot of times when I do my designs, I try to be symmetrical. Some of his shin guard stuff will have kind of a little bit of that bone pattern or texture to it too. I don't like to have a lot of textures on one thing and then not kind of, it's just how I am. I'm sure it probably plays it out a little bit, but I like to continue on the patterns, not have asymmetrical patterns or anything like that. Think it tends to get too busy. It's not very harmonious. All right. Now I'll go in, throw it on a few lines, and Mark Anthony, you have your sketch. Throw down a little rendering. All right. There we go. Draw a fairly good executed tricep there. Yep, definitely. To scan these and get digital colors for the cards. Yeah, exactly. That's the plan. If that's okay with you, I'll ask a lot of you guys if you want to see your stuff. It'd be kind of adds a little collectability to the free ones, and to the free sketches, and then I've got a little extra something to show you guys or give away for your perks. adds a little bit more. So, and he's got that furry harness or whatever hangs down in the back there. So that's what all this kind of crazy, wacky scribbling I'm doing there. And then you have a little shadowing on the triceps. Mark Anthony, I just want to give you a shout out again, let you know we appreciate you. He's really patient and he was letting other people go ahead of him the last couple of days, being generous, letting some of these other people get a go. All right. Put a little texture there. Get some kind of that, that pockmarked metal, really textured kind of metal thing going on there, like iron, really textured. Got little divots and pockmarks in there. That's kind of how we're going to work his armor. There we go. Yeah, we're definitely going to look into getting the colors to do it. It's a matter of if it seems like a really good idea anyway, and if I can find somebody that's affordable but maintains a certain level of quality that you're going to expect from the book to keep kind of the look of the artwork, the look of the consistency with the comic and stuff. Let's see here. Captain Hiltz. I love if you use my sketch as a card, Kevin. Oh yeah, cool, dude. Yeah, I can't remember which character you got, but yeah, I'll do that. Roscoe Davis is checking out. All right, see you, brother. Have a good one. Thank you for sitting in these last couple of days. I'll be on to live stream again soon. It just won't be. I don't think it'll be tomorrow. Other than I'll be on with Antonio Bryce, and then I'll have Drawn and Quartered, and then I'll have a little bit of break with Thursday. Alrighty, and I think with that we're gonna call this. Well, let's get a little texture on that those guards, the knuckle guards or the brass knucks here. Let's get a little bit of texture on those. All right. Yeah, I think with this, we're going to call it a night. And Mark Anthony, here's your character sketch. One of the villains from DragonGuard who shall have a name shortly. It's just a matter of trying to find one that I like. All righty. Captain Hiltz, I had your yeah. The character that sort of looks a little bit like Beastman. Yeah. Okay, cool. So if I got your okay, we'll go ahead and make that a card as well. So we got a lot of cool stuff going on. Got a cool idea that I didn't even think about just until now. So we're gonna add a little collectability to these sketches and make them sketch cards for tiers or whatever, or for perks. Keep saying tiers. Get the lingo right, man. All right, put a signature. All right, guys. Here we go. So we're going to call it quits. 93 backers, 7603. If there was somebody that was out there that was hoping to get one, this is kind of your last chance. I'm going to ready to call it quits for tonight. The free sketches, we may bring that back. I've got at least a few more sheets and another pad that we can do this with. So if it's an incentive you really dig and you just hadn't had a chance to buy just yet or to back, and you want to get you a card, you know, we'll be back again at some point. And then also for everybody that just likes cool stuff, we have the metal cards are going to be coming in, and I'm hoping we can share that with everybody on Wednesday, and hopefully they will be really, really nice, and I can go ahead and start sharing those and using those to promote the book too. And so we got some goodies. So Antonio Bryson, and I've got next week a live stream on Tuesday with a special broadcaster person, YouTuber, that contacted me and asked me if I wanted to do those. So I could use your support when I can let you guys know. I'll let you know so you guys can show up, maybe come in, and thank you everybody from Captain Hilt, who's modding and making me cheese and zombie kebab, and then to Mark Anthony, everybody that joined us before, Miggs, Roscoe Davis. Whew, it's hard to remember everybody, but thank you guys for coming in. We had a good time. Sorry, I'm delirious from lack of sleep the last few days. But you guys, always awesome. Thank you for sharing everything, and I'm going to be sharing stuff, some more DragonGuard stuff as we go. I'm going to be drawing some more tomorrow, getting pages done, things like that, getting some inks done. That's right, I need to get inks. So good night, guys. You've been awesome, okay? Check you later.